Good morning, friends. Stephen Benoon here with Israeli News Live. This morning, we got a report in from Israel that rockets from Lebanon, some 19 rockets, were fired into northern Israel there. According to the reports that we're getting there, Hezbollah, of course, claimed responsibility for the rockets that were fired the other day. They're also, of course, the ones behind the recent rockets that came in this morning. But they have fired the rockets not into populated areas there, but intentionally into rural farmlands. Even the Israeli government had noted that, and the Israeli government has said that they would respond proportionately, but that they did not want a war and did not want to start a war with Lebanon. They did, however, the Israeli Air Force has already targeted the sites that fired the rockets in from Lebanon, and that seems to be where it's sitting right now. I do know that there are some tensions that have been brewing over there in Israel, in the Middle East, there with Syria, with Iran, etc. As we know, Prime Minister Bennett had actually stated that he was ready to attack Iran, and now Newsweek put out this article here that Iran responds to Israel's ready to attack warning. We are prepared. Let's listen in as the Prime Minister made his remarks on that here. Well, I was going to say we're going to listen in. I guess that's not going to play. But anyway, it says here that the head of Iran's most elite military branch has responded to the warning by Israeli defense chief, saying the Islamic Republic was prepared to handle any potential aggression from its arch foe. Tensions are high between Iran and Israel over a series of murky maritime incidents, including most recently a deadly blast aboard an Israeli-linked ship, an alleged unsanctioned boarding of another United Arab Emirates-owned tanker in the Gulf of Oman. Israeli Defense Minister Benny Gantz told Ynet News on Thursday that Israel is ready to attack Iran. We are at a point where we need to take military action against Iran, he added, according to the Israeli outlet. The world needs to take action against Iran now. Now, that, of course, that type of rhetoric right there is what has prompted U.S. officials to be scuttling back and forth with Israel, no doubt making plans on what the next action will be. But as I've always said to you guys before, you need to remember that the elite are the ones that are controlling the narrative. They're the ones that control what wars happen, when they happen, and how they will happen. And these leaders of the country, such as Prime Minister Bennett, that of President Biden, or President Rouhani of Iran, they all know what the script is, and they know when to pull their triggers and what to do and how they're going to escalate things. So I've been told that Israel will be attacked by Iran in 2024 at some given point there. Russia will back them when that happens. But there again, they're trying to play out a narrative that will cause the Christian community to accept that, oh, wow, this is actually biblical prophecy coming to pass, when in essence, a lot of these prophecies have already been fulfilled. And what's really happening is that they're staging the entire invasion, the entire attacks, even the global wars that will happen, even the United States being brought down, etc. All of that is scripted, planned, and will come to pass in the not so distant future. I'm Steve Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. Don't forget to check out iConnectFX.com, Israeli News Live. We had a very interesting interview over there with a particular PhD, a doctor, who happens to know that guy that you're seeing on mainstream media all the time, pushing those things that they want to stick in your arm. Well, one of those very fascinating doctors, I won't say that name here because it would be censored out, came on Israeli News Live in a first part of a two-part interview, and I'm sure it will be very enlightening for you. So check that out. Again, it's only going to be very briefly, even in the 30-second clip here on Israeli News Live. It's only briefly here, then it'll be removed, so you'll need to go to iConnectFX.com to be able to see that video. I'm Stephen Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. Have a great day.